How was the Statue of Liberty made? The Mother of Exiles, or the Statue of Liberty, is one of the most iconic symbols of freedom and democracy in the world. It stands 305 feet or 93 meters tall on Liberty Island in New York Harbor, welcoming millions of visitors each year. Be it the torch in her hand or the majestic crown on her head, the Statue of Liberty symbolizes hope, opportunity, and freedom for all. But you will be surprised to learn the hidden story behind the creation of this magnificent monument. In fact, there could be many things that you don't know about the Statue of Liberty. So, without wasting a single second, let's dive in. The first person to send the proposal for the creation of the Statue of Liberty was a French historian named Édouard de la Boulaye. In 1865, he came up with the idea of gifting this statue to the United States as a symbol of friendship and freedom. To bring this ambitious project to life, funds were generously donated by the people of France. And then the command was given in the hands of the sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi. He was born in 1834 in Colmar, a city located in the Alsace region of France, near the border with Germany. However, constructing a symbol of friendship that could stand the test of time was not an easy task. I mean, it's not like constructing a building or something that can be demolished and rebuilt if you don't like it. Bartholdi had to make sure that the statue was a symbol of hope, peace, and freedom. In order to do that, Bartholdi needed a grand interpretation of liberty that matched his ambitious vision. You can't argue with the fact that, in a time when industry and technology were growing fast, Bartholdi's huge statue was seen as a big success in the 1800s. It cleverly combined art and engineering, showing the exciting and forward-thinking spirit of that time. Before the Statue of Liberty became the giant monument we see today, a lot of planning and careful work was needed. The designer first made 3 smaller versions of the statue to figure out the details. The first model was a small 4-foot or 1.2-meter clay statue, which helped him decide on the basic design. Then he made a slightly bigger plaster version that was about 8 feet or 2.4 meters tall, which gave him a chance to work on the details more. Finally, he created a third model that was about 33 feet or 10 meters tall, a quarter the size of the full statue. After this, it was time to build the real deal. The creation of the Statue of Liberty involved the collective skills of many talented individuals. Starting in 1875, more than 60 artisans at the famous metalworking company Gaget, Gauthier & Compagnie undertook the challenging task of bringing this vision to life. Under the guidance of Bartholdi, these craftsmen combined age-old methods with cutting-edge innovations to construct this majestic symbol of liberty and friendship. Each stroke of the hammer and each carefully measured piece of metal contributed to a statue that would go on to become an American icon. Now, here's an exciting fact. The materials commonly used for such sculptures, like stone, marble, and bronze, were too heavy and expensive for a statue of this magnitude. To overcome this challenge, the workers employed an ancient metalworking technique known as repoussé, which means to push forward in French. This process involved hammering the statue's form out of thin sheets of copper, allowing the creation of a lightweight yet sturdy structure. This innovative method made it possible for the Statue of Liberty to rise tall without sacrificing durability or vision. Another important name that played a big role in the creation of the Statue of Liberty was Alexandre Gustave Eiffel. He was famous for his expertise in bridge design and contributed his engineering abilities to the project. Eiffel crafted a unique 3-part structure using wrought iron to provide the statue with a stable framework. This involved constructing a skeletal tower that surrounded a central pylon, which stood 96 feet or 29 meters tall. He took it a step further by making a second frame using a special type of truss work that was light and strong. This frame was put together with slanted braces in uneven parts. It smartly linked bars on the copper outside to the main center, working like springs. This clever design made the statue not only strong, but also bendy. It helped the statue stay steady, so it could stretch and shrink with the weather and gently move in the wind, standing tall no matter what the weather was like. Now that's something truly remarkable. But what about the pedestal that supports the grand Statue of Liberty? Bartholdi initially imagined it as a mighty fortress of liberty, a concept that evolved under the guidance of the acclaimed American architect Richard Morris Hunt. Hunt faced the challenge of crafting a large pedestal to support the colossal statue, while ensuring it wouldn't overshadow its majestic presence. He skillfully blended Bartholdi's original ideas with his own innovative models, periodically sharing sketches with the sculptor throughout the process. The duo thought about lots of cool ideas before they chose the final design for the pedestal. In the end, they decided on a classical style, kind of like the fancy buildings you might see in ancient Greece. Richard Morris Hunt, who was really good at making big public buildings like this one, made sure to design the pedestal to look great from all directions. It was like he was making sure the Statue of Liberty had the perfect pair of shoes. His design made the statue appear even bigger and more impressive, giving Lady Liberty just the right stage to stand on. It's like ensuring your biggest ice cream cone has a strong cone to hold all the scoops. Overall, the construction of the Statue of Liberty took roughly 10 years to build, and didn't fully make its way to New York until 1886. And this is how the Statue of Liberty came to stand tall in New York Harbor. At first, the Statue of Liberty was managed by the US Lighthouse Board because its illuminated torch served as a navigational aid for ships. Since Fort Wood continued as a functioning army post, the statue's care was handed over to the War Department in 1901. Declared a national monument in 1924, the statue's management switched to the National Park Service in 1933. Fort Wood was closed in 1937 and the full island became part of the monument. In 1956, Bedloe's Island was renamed Liberty Island, and in 1965, Ellis Island was added to the monument, expanding its area to about 58 acres. Historical exhibits, including the original torch from 1886, were housed in the statue's base, until 2018 when they were moved to the nearby Statue of Liberty Museum. Now, before we end the video, let's talk about some things that you probably don't know about. For example, what do you think about the statue's iconic crown? It features 7 spikes, and there's a fascinating reason behind it. Each spike is a symbol of the 7 oceans and 7 continents of the world. This design highlights the statue's powerful message of welcome, inclusiveness, and freedom, standing as a beacon of hope for people from all corners of the globe. However, not everyone can make their way up to the crown at any given time. Only a small number of visitors are allowed up there, and once you ascend, the experience is truly breathtaking. From the crown, you can look through 25 windows and take in the stunning views of New York Harbor from high above. You'll also get an up-close view of the statue's hair, something few get to see. Another exciting fact is that the sculptor Bartholdi is believed to have modeled the face of the Statue of Liberty after his own mother. Imagine giving your mum a gift like that. This adds an extra touch of emotion and personal connection to the statue's creation, making it even more special. Then we have another aspect of the Statue of Liberty's history, tied to the unfortunate 1916 Black Tom explosion in the harbor. This event caused significant damage to the statue, notably causing the torch to leak whenever it rained. As a result, the Statue of Liberty's torch has been closed to the public. In 1980, the torch was replaced, and as we told you earlier, the original torch now resides in the Statue of Liberty Museum for all to see. Although visitors can't enter the torch today, there is still a way to access if necessary. A gate located at the statue's neck leads to the arm, where 2 ladders can be found. One of these ladders extends all the way to the top, where a door opens to the outside, providing access to the torch's location. Lastly, we have the exciting origin of the Statue of Liberty's name. How many of you know how it got its name? Well, the name comes from the Roman goddess Libertas, who symbolizes freedom. Libertas was an important figure in Roman culture, and her images can be found on ancient Roman coins from the time around Julius Caesar's assassination. These coins represent her support for the Republic and its values. Today, you can appreciate this rich history in person by taking a boat journey to the statue. This experience offers the freedom to admire the statue from the water, echoing the essence of what Libertas stood for. So, this was how the Great Statue of Liberty was made. It all started with a simple idea and evolved into one of the most iconic symbols of freedom in the world. Let us know in the comments if you have ever visited the Statue of Liberty and what your experience was like. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.